On the docket tonight, the case against Barry Morphew. He's accused of the murder of his wife. A judge in a preliminary hearing found enough to bind it over for trial. Meanwhile, the arrest affidavit has been released with many details inside. Megan Lopez, reporter for our great affiliate KMGH in Denver, has more for us tonight.
Surrounded by his daughters after posting a $500,000 bond, Barry Morphew was released from the Chaffee County Detention Center on Monday. He's the man accused of killing his wife Suzanne last year around Mother's Day. Her body has never been found. On the same day he was released, a roughly 130-page arrest affidavit was made public. In it, investigators lay out their case against Morphew in a timeline of events. It starts in January 2020, when they say Suzanne took, quote, clear, articulable steps to separate from and divorce her husband. Suzanne apparently told her family and friends of her intentions her husband at first denied knowing about. On May 6th, Suzanne sent a text message to Barry saying, quote, I'm done. I could care less what you're up to and have been for years. We just need to figure this out civilly. For about a year before she disappeared, Suzanne was having an affair with an old high school friend. On May 9th, her last proof of life was at 2:03 p.m. when she sent a selfie to Jeff Libler, the man she was having an affair with, and a text message a few minutes after. She didn't respond to his messages around 2:44 and 2:46 p.m., and around the same time, Barry Morphew put his phone into airplane mode. Investigators say they believe Barry, quote, took steps to dispose of evidence in Suzanne's disappearance and death, create a false alibi for himself, and stage a crime scene. Suzanne was reported missing by a neighbor on May 10th. Her bicycle was found in the woods the same day. Her helmet was found in another location, but other items she normally biked with, like her Camelback and cell phone, were at home. That same day, Barry Morphew was spotted on surveillance cameras in Broomfield making at least 5 trips to garbage cans near a McDonald's and a hotel. Also included in the affidavit, the fact that Suzanne was secretly recording Barry with a spy pen and taking notes on her phone about their relationship, saying, quote, not safe with you, can't be trusted, and oppressive. They also found inconsistencies in Barry's story. The affidavit concluded with, quote, Barry could not control Suzanne's insistence on leaving him, and he resorted to something he has done his entire life, hunt and control Suzanne like he hunted and controlled animals. But whether this timeline or the evidence is enough to convict Barry Morphew of murder will be up to a jury to decide.
It was enough for the judge to bind it over for trial. You know, one other thing I want to show you from that arrest affidavit, okay, relative to that spy pen. Take a look. The spy pen recorded Barry listening to multiple episodes of forensic files, including an episode where the victim went missing after riding her bike. Sound familiar? And then on May 13th, 2020, a deputy took photos of scratches on Barry's left arm. Okay, let's bring back in the think tank. You've got all this evidence that was presented in the preliminary hearing. He was locked up, you know, without any bail or bond until the preliminary hearing. The judge finds enough evidence to bind this over for trial, including a lot of the stuff you heard in that affidavit. And then the judge sets bail at $500,000 and he posts it and he's free tonight. Explain this to the folks at home, Ann Bremner, how we got to the point where now that we've seen and heard the evidence and the judge agrees it's enough for a trial, now is when we set him free?
It's unbelievable, Vinny. I'm just shocked. I mean, I'm sure you are too. I mean, it's unbelievable. And there's even a photo of him carrying 2 shovels, you know, after she disappears. I think surveillance video at a hotel. I mean, overwhelming evidence in this case in prior domestic violence. And then searching forensic files and someone disappearing while she's on a bike. I mean, uncanny resemblance to these real facts. It's just unbelievable. I mean, you want to ensure their appearance in court, of course, by bail, but you also have to look at their dangerousness level and the instant crime, which is homicide. And it's just, I mean, how do you have confidence in the system in Colorado or anywhere else when things like this happen? With that strong of a case, a homicide and a reduction basically of bail, isn't it? I mean, it's basically down to next to nothing. And he's walking out with both of his daughters.
And as you're speaking, I saw Lawrence shuffling in his chair. I think he has something to say.
Okay.
No, I mean, you're presumed innocent, so the bond analysis is a little bit different than probable cause at a prelim. So that if they meet the certain factors, then the judge will set bond. It's just an accusation. It's just an arrest.
Sue Ann, should there be any concern that he's free now that he is out? I mean, he posted $500,000 cash. Obviously, you took a look at the house that they lived in. He has money. Is this a concern? That someone is now found, okay, now I find there's enough evidence to take this to trial, but now you get set free.
Yeah, Benny, I mean, we all can see he certainly didn't get the land jury treatment. He didn't get that opportunity to kind of go on the lam. I think what helped him, honestly, is that his daughters were there and that one of his daughters actually wanted him to go and live with her. I think that might have given the judge pause to say, you know what, he has some family support and maybe the daughters are going to kind of monitor him and kind of keep him around and make sure, in addition to the monetary bond, but make sure that he's around. I think having his daughters there and walking out with his daughters is a great optic for, you know, the court of public opinion, because if he in fact killed their mother, would they be this supportive? Or if they had the suspicion that that is what happened, would the daughters be as supportive as they seem to be in the video of them leaving the bond hearing?
You know, Ann Bremner, through the years, this is extremely, extremely common, and I never fault a child that's in, and when I say child, they're adult children, but they're still a child. I mean, it's mom, it's dad, and they're in the middle. They never, ever, ever want to believe that dad killed mom. And it doesn't matter what the evidence is. It doesn't matter if there's DNA. Just they don't want to believe it. They don't, and many times they never believe it.
Exactly. We've talked about that before, and we've seen it so many times, Vinny. You're exactly right.
And I think the love triangle is always a good motive, but I think parents sometimes do a great job of hiding what their internal problems may be. And that could lead to, you know, the kids not having an idea of what's really going on in their relationship and picking a side. But I just mean optically, I think having the support of his kids absolutely helps him.
Yeah, and I will never, ever fault children in the middle of this for taking one side or the other. You know, it's difficult enough to be who they are.